What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel Kings TCG, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new deck profile. The first Pendulum deck profile on my channel, and also the first Pendulum archetype that I've ever played by myself. So before I start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button if you want to stay tuned, and also check out my Instagram page Kings TCG Low Bar Yu-Gi-Oh! The link's in the description down below. So, as I said, the first Pendulum archetype that I've been playing. That's because I wasn't really into Pendulum. It just wasn't my thing. I'm a really nostalgic person, and Pendulum was just a bit too much away from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! So I didn't like it. But I've also never played it, and as a complete duelist, and to understand my opponents, I thought I have to play Dynamist by myself, or just, a Pendulum archetype by myself, so I can understand my opponent also better when he plays with a Pendulum archetype against me in a tournament or something like that. Because I've played it myself, I can understand him better, and I just also was wondering, like, how is it to play Pendulum? And I have to say, it's really cool. This Dynamist archetype is a really cool, strong archetype. It can put on some really cool endboards with a lot of negates, a lot of firepower. So it's a really strong archetype. Also, everybody said to me, if you're going into Pendulums, just try out Dynamist. It's really cool. And they all were right. I'm really happy that I did it. And maybe there are coming more Pendulum archetypes, Pendulum deck profiles in the future. But for now, we first start off with Dynamist. As I said, really cool, really strong. And I made it as competitive as possible. We start off with 3 copies of Dynamist Rex, the absolute boss monster of the deck. All Dynamist cards have skills 6 or skill 3. Start off with skill 6. Then we play 3 copies of Dynamist Placios. This is a level 4, and level 4s are really important in this deck, because we are going to do a lot of Xyz summoning. Then we have 3 copies of Dynamist. We first go with 3 copies of Dynamist Brachion, because that's the skill 6. Then we are going to skill 3. And level 4, Dynamist Pateran. 3 copies of Dynamist Ceratops. And then we end the Dynamist package with 2 copies of Dynamist Spinos. All really cool, strong cards with cool negates. These cards can protect each other, and that's what makes them so cool. Like Dynamist Rex, it Pendulum effect said, once while this card is in your Pendulum zone, you can negate an activated card effect that targets another Dynamist card you control, then destroy this card. And for example, Pateran, his Pendulum effect says, if another Dynamist card you control will be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead. So they all protect each other in the skills, or they protect each other when they are in the skills. They protect the cards on the field. So they are really strong, have a lot of firepower, 2400, 2000, 2500, but they also have negates. So there's a great combination. So that was it for the Dynamist package. Then we go to the others. 1 Rescue Hamster can come in really handy. Then we have the Symphonic Warrior package. We play 1 Mics and 3 copies of Symphonic Warrior Guitar. Just all really cool cards, and the strong effect of these Symphonic Warriors is that, like Mics, you can special summon this card from your hand by removing 3 Symphonic Warrior consoles from your field. After you normal or special summon this card, you can normal summon one monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summon / set. So that's really cool. This card lets you normal summon 2 times, which can come in very handy if you want to go into an Xyz or into your Link. You have a lot of moments when you're just missing that one piece, and this card is really good for that. Then we play 2 copies of Despot 001. Really powerful card and a really great combo starter. And it can also become really strong because it gains 500 attack for each machine you control. And as you know, Dynamist are machines. Then we play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and 2 copies of Effect Veiler. That's my choice for the hand traps. Of course, there are a lot of options at the current meta game. You have Gamma, you have a lot of other hand traps, so feel free to make your own choices in that. But for me, this is the best option. Then it was that for the monsters. We go into the spells, and we start off with 3 copies of Dynamist Charge. This is the only Dynamist spell I play in the deck, but it's really, really strong, really powerful, and you always want to see this in your opening hand. When this card is activated, add 1 Dynamist from your deck to your hand. So that can be a missing skill or just a monster that you want to bring out on the field. If a Dynamist card is added from the field to your extra deck, add 1 of those cards to your hand. You can only activate 1 Dynamist Charge per turn. So when a card leaves the field, it goes face up into the extra deck. That's important, it has to be face up. Then you can add 1 of those cards back to the hand. So you can keep recycling your Dynamist. So that's really powerful, really cool. And that's also important because when you have 2 skills and you have 3 face-up Pendulum cards in your extra deck, you can only bring out those cards to a Link zone or to the extra monster zone. So if you bring back, because of Dynamist Charge, 1 of those cards to the hand, it's way much easier to bring that card out of the field because it's way more easy to Pendulum summon from your hand than from face up from the extra deck. So then we play 1 card by the grave and 1 double or nothing. Of course, when you play double or nothing, you know what we play in the extra deck. And at the end, we play 1 limiter removal. This card just saves me so much time. This card has win the duel for me. Double the attack of all machine type monsters on your side of the field. At the end of this turn, all the machine type monsters on your side of the field are destroyed. But this is just when you know that after this card activates, you're going to win the duel. So, for example, when your opponent has 2000 life points or whatever, and you know when you activate this card, you can win because you have way more damage because all the attacks doubled, and you can also use this as a quick play because it is, and then you set it face down and activate it at the moment your opponent want to attack. So if your opponent has a very strong boss monster like the Dino boss monster, Ultimate Conductor or something like that, and you just don't have a monster so powerful on the field, then that card is a really great alternative. Then for the traps, we play 3 copies of Dynamist Howling, 1 copy of Dynamist Rush, and a really funny card that I really love to play, and that's Mirror Force. And Mirror Force is really powerful and people just don't expect it a lot. There are not a lot of people playing Mirror Force because, I don't really know why not, because it's a really powerful card, and as I said, there are not a lot of people expecting it, so you can really surprise them with it. So in my opinion, that's a really cool card. And Dynamist Howling is a face-up continuous trap if you activate it. And the best thing about those cards is that after it activates, and for the first time, your opponent cannot chain on it anymore because it's already face up. So I will read this card. When this card is activated, you can place 1 or 2 Dynamist Pendulum monsters from your deck in your Pendulum zone. So that's only the first time you activate it. But you cannot Pendulum summon monsters until the end of the next turn, except Dynamist monsters, so that's not a problem. Even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, if this card is already face up in your spell and trap zone, you can tribute 1 Dynamist monster that targets 1 card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. And on that effect, because it's already face up on the field, your opponent just cannot chain. So you can pop their most powerful monsters. That's really, really great. And you can do it on your own turn. So absolutely amazing card. And one of the key cards why this Pendulum strategy from Dynamist is so powerful. So that was it for the main deck. I always give a lot of information, but that's because I just want you to understand. I just want you to understand the deck. Then we go into the extra deck. We start off with the Xyz monsters. 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity, followed up by Cyber Dragon Nova. We just play the whole package. There we have Utopia and Utopia Double. That's the reason that we play Double or Nothing, of course. You can go for that 5,000 attack, but you can also go for that OTK with 10,000. So it's absolutely amazing. Feels great to win with that. 1 Dweller, 1 number 60, Dugaris the Timeless, 1 Bahamut Shark, and with this card you can also bring Utopia till 20,000, I believe. Let's see, once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 rank 3 or lower water extra Z monster from your extra deck. This card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Or was it another card? Let me see real quick. Oh yeah, it was Dugaris the Timeless, excuse me. You can detach 2 materials from this card, activate 1 of the following effects. And one of them is skip the battle phase of your next turn. Also double the attack of 1 monster your opponent control. Well, I'm sorry, 1 monster you control until the end of this turn. So if you have made Utopia double up to 10,000 attack, you can activate Dugaris and also double that, so then you have 20,000. So if that's not enough for OTK, I don't know anymore. One totally awesome, and that was it for the Xyz monsters. Then we go into the links. Start off with link 2s, Nightmare Phoenix, and Mr. Boy. And of course a really important card, and I'm glad that this card is still not banned. That's Crestron Hockey Fibrex. It's really important for the combos. Then we have link 3 Mega Phantom Beast Orodon. It's a bit the same for Orodon because it's crazy that it can bring out 3 tokens. And of course Appaloosa for the negates. And what I mean with Hockey Fibrex and Orodon, these cards are the most important cards for really making combos into the next monsters. And the next 2 monsters are FA Dawn Dragster and Herald of the Arclight. So these are 2 synchros to end off with. And the combo is that you just make up your link zones. I will clean this very quick. You make up your link zones. Say that you have Dynamist Rex is 6. And then you have Pteran, that's 3. you Pendulum summon level 5 Rex, and then the Dashboard 001 is so important, because you normal summon 001, if you have this in your hand of course. The next thing you do is you overlay, or I mean link summon these two away for link to Crystal Hockey Fibrex, and a special summon the second Dashboard 001 to your field. So this is in the grave at the moment. These are my link skills. This is on the field, grave. Then you make a link tree with the 001 and the Hockey Fibrex. You go into Orodon, and then Orodon gives you 3 tokens, 1, 2, 3. And Dashboard 001 says that if 2 or more machine monsters are special summoned at the same time while this card is in the grave, you can special summon it. So you can special summon this Dashboard 001 from the grave and the other Dashboard 001 also from the grave. So that's a really powerful effect. And these are level 1s, and all the tokens are, I believe, level 3. Let's see. Yes. And what you can do then is make a level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 tokens and 1 tuner. You make the Dawn Dragster, and then level 1 tuner and level 3 token will give you the level 4 Herald the Arclight. So that's a quick combo tutorial, and that's why Crystal Hockey Fibrex and Orodon are really powerful, because this is a really cool end board with cool negates, powerful effect of Orodon, also some firepower, so really cool. And that's why the Dashboard 001 and the Crystal Hockey Fibrex and also Orodon are really important. So I don't hope they are going to put one of those cards on the ban list, because that would be really painful for this deck. So guys, this was the deck profile of the Dynamist archetype. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Do you have other ideas of some cards that I can put in which are better for the mechanics of the deck? Just let me know. Feel free to give me some advice, give me tips in the comments. But in my opinion, this is the most competitive way to play Dynamist. I've played it on tournaments, I've played it against friends, and of course you don't win always, but this is a card which can recycle a lot. It's defensive good, it's attacking, it's good. So I think this is the most competitive way to play it. But feel free to give me some advice in the comments if you know some cards that you would change, or just let me know. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button if you want to stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram, KingsTCG Lowbar Yu-Gi-Oh! The link's in the description down below. And as I said, I really hoped that you enjoyed this deck profile, and I hope that I can push some more players in the direction of Pendelum, because first I thought it was stupid, but to be really honest, Pendulum's really cool and really fun to play. You can do really powerful stuff with it, which you can't absolutely not do with normal decks. So I really hope you liked it, and as you all know it, join the gang.